Society loves to set expiration dates on almost everything. There is a silent consensus about when we are at our peak, and more importantly, when our time of relevance has passed. But in Atlanta, on the World Cup stage, football directly challenges this logic. Facing a star-studded young Spanish squad is Cape Verde, and guarding his country's net is a 40-year-old man, Josimar Dias, known as Vozinha. What happens on this pitch is more than just a surprising result or a string of great saves. It is a practical demonstration of what it truly means to defy time and reach your absolute peak when the rest of the world is telling you it's time to stop. To understand the sheer scale of this performance, we need to look at his journey. Josimar wasn't built in multi-million-dollar academies. He grew up playing street football and was raised by his grandparents. As a child, he played against much older players, and whenever things went wrong, he would look for comfort back home. The older boys used to tease him, look at him, running to his granny. The nickname was born from that street teasing. But instead of breaking him, it became his armor. The mockery turned into his identity. Over 4 decades, time didn't wear him down. It gave him the thick skin needed to handle intense pressure. When Spain's world-class attackers come face-to-face with him, Vozinha doesn't see European superstars. He sees the exact same challenge he has faced since childhood. He has spent his entire life preparing for this very second. There is an inner driving force that philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche called the will to power. Far from being a complex academic theory about dominating others, it simply refers to the internal impulse to overcome your own limits, to refuse stagnation, and to keep expanding your potential. Biology and sports science tell us that at 40, an athlete faces an inevitable physical decline. If Vozinha relied on statistics or market value, the outcome would be completely different. But the mastery he shows on the pitch doesn't come from the blind vigor of youth. It comes from a balanced mind and unshakable resolve. Against near-perfect shots, what we see is the will to power in action, a man transforming decades of experience into pure reflex, deciding that his body will obey his mind. As the whistle blows, visibly moved, Vozinha drops a quote that echoes around the world. I worked and dreamed my whole life for this moment. This is where a 40-year-old man achieving this feat becomes a mirror for all of us. We live in an instant gratification culture, obsessed with early success and overnight results. It makes us forget that life is a long-term build. Vozinha spent years in complete anonymity, playing in under-the-radar leagues in Moldova, Cyprus, and Angola. He had every reason to accept the common narrative that his career would remain quiet and that his time had already passed. By delivering the pinnacle of his performance at 40, he proves that maturity is not the end of opportunities, but the exact ground where true competence solidifies. No matter what stage of life you are in, it is common to feel like time is running out, or that the conditions around you are stacked against you. When external pressures or your own age feel like absolute limits, remember that the timelines society sets are not absolute truths. The obstacle in front of you demands your focus and your power to react, not your passive acceptance. Don't let anyone else define your limits. If this reflection brought you some valuable perspective, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share in the comments what barrier are you planning to break through next. See you next time.